create one app or the other. I got the Beast Spark, this $13,000 worth of software. So when I say I am not here for a marketing commercial, you know what I mean. I experienced it totally before I even had a chance to apply for a role at Microsoft. Today I work at Microsoft and I speak to young people all around Nigeria to tell them, you have no excuse. You have no reason to complain. The education system might be as it is, but we need a set of young people who are hungry enough to realize that if they must be drivers of tomorrow's economy or today's economy, they must take responsibility for their own personal growth. Am I talking to you? Yes. Everything around us is changing. The way we live, the way we love, the way we learn. Love has a new definition with Instagram. Love has a new definition with babe. You know what I mean? Love has a new definition. And the way we live, the way we love, the way we learn will change. There are 200 million people perhaps in Nigeria today. The census tells us 170. But we know what that means is that there are 400 million legs who must wear shoes. We know that there are 200 million people who must buy medicine, who must eat. And they must be able to get access to these things. Who will do these things? Who will make these things happen? At Microsoft, we are proud that our technology enables people to do even more. Researchers have found out that there are three main things that employers are looking for. And if you are there, you're a job seeker, you need these three things. Write it down, don't ever forget. Number one, communication skills. Effective communication. Employers are consistently looking for young people who will be able to communicate, who have not bastardized their tenses with shorthand and slangs, who still know the spelling of before, who still know the spelling of therefore, who still know the spelling of this, and we write it on Twitter even though it's 140 characters. Those are the people employers are looking for. Employers are looking for people who know that communication, that speaking or talking is only a very small part of communication. Who realize that body language, tone, you know, the way you carry yourself, your voice, are all very critical things in communication. Number one. Number two, employers are looking for very strong cognitive thinking, ability to solve problems without being told. So I told a set of people in Olusola University just last weekend that if you want to get a job, one of the easiest ways to do so is to be the one interviewing your interviewer. I told them how important it is. I mean, young people want to go. I talk like I'm not a young person. We young people want a job and we go somewhere and we don't even know about the company we are going to interview in. A mentor of mine told me when I was in year 2 in the university, and that taught me a key lesson. He said to me, if I was ever allowed to sit before an interview panel, I would tell them these few things. I would tell them XYZ company. In the past few years, I have been studying your model. I realize you have 4 competitors. These are their strengths. I will tell you 2 now and tell you the remaining 4 when I'm hired. I'm not sure there's any employer who realizes that you know your onions that way will reject you. They must be really stupid. So things are changing and we must change with it, not just in the consuming sense of it. Because truly we are adapting to technology. We are changing in the consuming sense of it. All of us are opening new Instagram pages for our businesses, for ourselves, and we post pictures, no filter, all over the place, exciting. But we must be producing. So in 2013, I realized that there was no app in the Microsoft Windows Store to teach people how to tie the traditional head tie called Gilly. And so I decided to create an app called Wiggly. You must not look to the West to get the content for your society, for your space. We can't continue to do this. You have to look inwards and create what will work for us in our own languages. So, and I attended just one bootcamp of how to develop a Windows Phone app. One bootcamp at the University of Lagos. organized by the For Africa program. So we can't just stay on the consuming angle. Come on, say I reproduce. Come on, I can't hear you say I reproduce. How to be the driver of the digital economy is to take the driver's seat, not the passenger seat. Don't wait for what else Facebook Inc. will create. Don't wait for what else will be created on any other platform. Use existing technology to create things for yourself, adapt it in entirely new ways, and make things happen for yourself. How would you interpret the numbers around you? Every day you read about the exploding numbers in Nigeria, the population. You hear about how many people need maternal health. You hear about the numbers we're most familiar with is the numbers of, money that has been lost, number of lives that have been lost. We're very familiar with these numbers. But what would we do with technology to make these things happen? How do we interpret the numbers? Very soon, and as I begin to come towards the end of what I'm here for, there will be so much around us, clusters of knowledge to search for. And you and I must begin to make sense out of these numbers. We have to begin to make sense out of these things that are just all over us. There are so many music videos coming out every day, and I say this because we understand that the only part of the produce what you consume equation that Nigeria fulfills is listening to our music and watching our movies. Am I correct? So at least somebody needs to be creating stuff. Somebody needs to be building things. Somebody needs to be writing programs. And as much as I respect programmers in his here, and as much as I respect coders in his also here again, I say it again. Today, the platforms that exist don't even need you to be able to program. Just use what is existing. The Windows App Studio will make you create an app for yourself to solve your personal problems within 2 days. Some even get their app certified within a day. Things have become so easy. You deploy on a SharePoint server, your site is on once, you use Windows Azure, once you can provision mobile services within a few minutes. These are things you will need to buy a physical server to do years ago. So you don't have an excuse. Come and look at the person sitting beside you and say, you do not have an excuse, brother.
Not an excuse.
He's looking at church, right? My head of communications came just a few minutes ago to me and said, don't preach. I'm going to share with you some really key programs that I think you should keep in. Number one is the Stream Spark program. We give free access to designers and developer tools for free, so that you can advance your learning and teaching of technical skills if you have to teach other people, but basically for you to be able to create solutions. It's called Dream Spark. Dream, like a dream. Spark, like a spark. S-P-A-R-K. The Dream Spark codes that give access to all kinds of software is given to several universities are already beneficiaries of this, and if you're in any academic institution, you can get access to. The second one is the Imagine Core. It's a software competition for young people, and it has produced an amazing result in the past few years. Imagine Core. So Imagine Core, C-U-P. The Imagine Core program brings together software developers from all over the country. If you have not heard about it, you need to go search for it. It brings developers all together for them to think about how to solve our dominant challenges with technology. And in the past, nobody, I repeat, nobody who has passed through the Imagine Core program has gone ahead to look for a job. They have gone ahead to become job providers. I can mention a few names. David Olanio of Infinity Technologies. Yola Olanio has become Africa's most sought after game developer with over 10 million downloads in the Windows Store. After becoming winner of the national competition about 3-4 years ago, he got mentored by people at Microsoft and he got access to a lot of support, and today he is mentoring and supporting other people. He employs about 13 people. The Challenge for Change contest was introduced early this year for young people around the world to find ways to solve problems in their society. A young boy from Futa, who is in year 1, won the competition and is representing Nigeria in Nicaragua with a $2,500 grant to be able to execute this project of Windows Surface Pro 3 and a couple of other things for him. Challenge for change. Find out. B-Spark. I talked about B-Spark earlier. A 3-year mentoring program and support, over $100,000 worth of software and support, but in your first year, you'll get access to as much as $13,000 worth of software. Free assured credit, $150 every month. And the National Employability Portal is a program I personally look after. The Employability Portal program is a program that wants to face and solve the problem of unemployment in Nigeria by not only getting people the skills necessary for jobs, but also getting entrepreneurs prepared for jobs. So you see, there are all kinds of organizations ready for you and I. The US Consulate is working. Jobberman is working. They're partnering with Microsoft. We're working together. And Della is doing the same. There has never been this much opportunity for us, friends. We must take it. I wish I had the same opportunity that some of us have now. I wish I had it. Maybe I would have turned out a lot better. I'm still trying out anyway. Singing like turned out so. So the Employability Portal, an initiative, joint initiative by the Future Project, Microsoft, Jobberman, and a couple of other partners that we're bringing aboard now, just to get people access. I was going through the lots of courses on it yesterday, and it's amazing. Many of these things are not taught in schools. I did computer science. I didn't have any course on communication skills. Nobody taught me about etiquette. And these are things that the job space, the entrepreneurship space is looking for. Cloudpreneur program was launched also early this year to create born in the cloud entrepreneurs. A set of people were trained by Microsoft, Mara Foundation, and a couple of other partners to learn about the Microsoft cloud business and how they can key into it to become whatever they want to be. I'm sure later this year, another set will be launched. So these are all different schemes available for you. I challenge you, my friends, in the next few years from now, when you be daddies and mummies, when Nigeria will be 70 and 80, are we still going to be talking about these same problems we complain about today? Or are we going to be proud that some young people came to the Head series in 2015 and decided to make a difference by driving their own digital economy? This is my question for you, sincerely. And I really don't want an answer. What I want is that one day soon I will see you on the pages of the newspaper, on the pages of the online newspapers, everywhere, seeing the great things that you do with technology, that you have not decided to leave the destiny of our nation as far as technology is concerned into the hands of any other person from all over the world. We have a responsibility. Thank you. I'd like you to follow these handles, Microsoft NG, because I'm sure some of you didn't catch some of the opportunities I mentioned, but you will get on-time notice, you will get news from these handles. Follow at KB McQueen, and then follow me if you wish, and you will definitely get info about all the things you have to become. I thank you for your time one more time. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Let's have a round of applause for Mr. Olusola Amusan. I was almost going to say pastor. He's the citizenship manager at Microsoft. That was really, really informative, and I'm sure I will learn a lot. Let's have a round of applause for him one more time. Well, really getting warmed up and into the business of the day, but we'd like to calm things down a bit. I know a lot of you here are students, and when your lecture goes on and on and on, and you just plug in your iPad or your MP3 player, this guy is talking too much. So we're going to go for musical interlude now. I'd like to welcome Olu Jazz. Do we have a round of applause for him, please? Olu Jazz. And then we'll get back to business over there. Remember, you can send your questions to @TheEdgeNG and hashtag TESS2015. That's TESS 2015.
Olu Jazz.